So when looking at what is it, Shion's kit? Actually, let's look at the kit. Oh, what the fuck? Stop. Okay, well, okay, let's look at the kit. X-shaped volley. Okay, so this is just. This seems like just Reaper. Okay, so it's kind of like dire triggers, but it's long range. So, based off her kit, she seems like she's gonna play like a long range Reaper. I mean, you know, let's say like, you know, hypothetically, you know, you're playing like Shion Soj, right? Let's say this is like, you know, your team is like, kind of like playing over here, right? And let's say you're up here, right? You're shooting, you know, whatever. She seems like she has pretty decent, like she seems like a better soldier, because soldier is just like a better, like, or not a better tracer, but a longer range tracer, if that makes sense, right? And soldier's kind of hard to play right, because if you're playing soldier not in the cash game, you have to walk a fine line of, I have to play just far enough away to where I won't die, but to where I can actually like provide value, right? She seems like this, right? Because she seems like if a diva gets on her ass, she's not gonna be able to do anything, right? Because if I'm just shooting here, right? Oh, diva here, I dash away. What the fuck is that gonna do? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna use my thing. Oh, she DMs it. Oh, I'm gonna get on my bike. Oh wait, that's too long. I'm gonna die. Right? So she seems like she'll have to play. She'll have to be really wary of the diva. Like if she's playing like mid range and she knows the diva's there, she could just retreat. That doesn't send me very far. I ran into a wall, but you know you can do that. And if you know you're gonna get rushed or TP'd on, you can just get off. You know, retreat, bing, bing, bing. You know, probably Symmetra will be one of her biggest issues because the TP is too fast to react to. But if it's just a diva or like a Winston, you can just dash away. And you know, she seems pretty similar to Reaper, following the trend of how recent heroes are kind of just shittier versions of, or just like different versions of the same hero. Like, imagine Reaper's the parent hero, and then Reaper and Tracer had a kid, and this is Shion. Or like Reaper and Soldier had a kid, you know, like longer range. You know, longer range. Someone to play the same role. Also, my internet is so shit, but you know. But you know, she'll probably just play like a soldier. Honestly, just like longer range, like CPS. You'll have to mind yourself. You might go on flanks. Like I see, she might be good on going flanks. She might be good on like going flanks and stuff, and you know. But it seems like she doesn't really have any tools to get people off her ass. Like this dash, this is not going anywhere, right? And this takes too long to charge up to do good damage. And this, I mean, that startup is too long, and you can't shoot while you're on your bike, so you know. I don't think she'll be used in Zarya comps. I was gonna suggest double flex DPS, but that wouldn't really work. You would just run instead Soj Reaper instead for the Zarya comp, but you know. Just seem to have pretty good damage though, which I think fixes Soldier's main weakness, not enough damage. Her damage is consistent, it can be out healed at longer ranges. Like if you can't play Shion at the mid range, like wait, that damage is really good, hold on.
Over so quick.
Wait, so if you're playing Shion like over here, yeah, her damage is kind of shit, but if you're able to get like mid range, seems pretty good. I mean, again, we'll have to see. You know, heroes on paper can seem good or broken, and then they're terrible. Or terrible heroes can seem shit, and then they just randomly get used again. You know, but it seems like her main gameplay loop is gonna be like, okay, she's shooting. You know, she's shooting. You know, her team's going in. She gets on her bike. She jumps. She launches it forward, right? That seems like something that she would need to do, right? But that's. But a main issue with that is that now I don't have a bike. I don't have an escape tool. Like, this is my escape tool, right? I mean, yeah, it's shit, and I'm probably gonna die during it, but you know, and I could just get chased down. But it is my only escape tool, right? Like this dash isn't really an escape tool. It's like a dueling tool. Like if you're gonna get cleared out by a tracer, that's what you would use it for. Does the dash heal? Dash briefly gain over health. Does it have any damage reduction? 8 meters, 20 meters a second. Okay, so it doesn't give you any healing, nor does it damage reduction. So this would be used in like a dueling situation, you know? This would be used for like engages, that way you can still do something. You know, so that way you can still like help your team and go in, but there's less risk to yourself, right? But I mean, when you don't have this, you could get cleared easy. So it seems like she's gonna be a very aggressive, long range kind of hero, you know, like that, like she sends it forward like that, and then, you know, she hopefully gets a kill or causes enough disruption that everyone's too focused on her team and not her. Let's take a look at the ultimate. 3 charges. Okay. Again, seems like a longer range tool. It'll probably be similar to Onrun's ultimate, how you wouldn't go in by yourself, but you know, you would like, you would go in with your team basically, kind of like overclock. Like it doesn't provide any extra health, but you would go in like with your team, right? Like you would go in with like a tracer, but it does seem kind of weak with the rush burst. Seems like it doesn't do enough damage to make it worth it. It could be like Sierra's ult and how sometimes it gets 3Ks, but most of the time it's kind of useless if the enemy team just backs up. Like let's say like I'm a Shion and I'm playing against like a GM team, right? Or like a comp team, right? No, I ult. They're probably all gonna scatter and just shoot me. You know, like they're probably all just gonna scatter and shoot me. So it seems kind of bad, honestly, on paper, and it's too slow. Probably Shion's main weakness, she's too slow. Kind of like Reaper. You know. I guess this would be used again to go in, like if you're playing an angle, right, and then someone's low like this, you can shoot that, do some good damage, if not just poke, then good damage. That does a lot of damage, and it charges really quick, actually. So it seems like she's gonna have really good, like, early fight, mid-fight, and late fight, kind of versatile in both. But, you know, once she uses her main thing, which is that bike, which can essentially be like she's going in without going in and risking herself dying, you know. But I mean, without that, she's kind of useless, so. She seems like a very aggressive hero, doesn't have a lot of defensive tools, very aggressive, so if she's on the back foot or her engage goes slightly wrong, she could get cleared. Or she just can't, she either dies, gets cleared, or she just can't do anything, which is all basically the same thing. She's useless during that time. So, good the perks, so. Rapid reload, probably not going to be useful. Her dash is pretty shit. 20% more damage to enemies below half health. This is probably going to be the better perk. You know, let's say you send this in. You know, you're shoot. You know, then you swing on the corner, bam. A lot more damage, finish up kills a lot faster. Whatever. Dried instant restores 50 health. I think face-up death is going to be better. I feel like you're not gonna use Joyride to escape. You're gonna use it to go in.
A new instrument.
Oh my god, the
pain.
servers are killing themselves. No. I feel like you're gonna use it to go. Like you're gonna use it on your engage. But I think that's probably how you're gonna want to use it. You know, like let's say you're gonna use Joyride to escape, right? You know, you're shooting. You know, whatever. 2% this isn't a kill. I just need time to wait until my cooldown comes back. You're doing this, right? Right, you're getting cleared, okay? You're already on half HP. You're dead, because you can't shoot, okay? You can't shoot, I mean, you're dead. So, you know, I mean, yeah, you're gonna use it to maneuver around the map, but you're probably not gonna be low if you're just maneuvering around the map. It's like Tracer, you wouldn't really go for an engage if you're on low 8. You wouldn't really, you know, like, I guess it could help, but I mean, you're probably going to be maneuvering around the map anyway looking for like med packs, you know, like health packs and stuff, so it doesn't seem that useful. It seems like that's probably how it's going to be used, honestly. You know, use it like that. You don't use it, you know, similar to Return on Mizuki, you don't use it for its intended purpose, you just use it for like, to like go in, or not to go in. Well, Mizuki's the opposite. Mizuki uses it the way you're supposed to use it, or the most optimal way is use it defensively. This is the opposite, it's offense. You don't really use it defensively, you kind of play at longer ranges, and you're too far away to hopefully they can't clear you, and if they do need to get closer, you can maybe use this. Or if you need to duel someone, you need to duel like Tracer, you know, like Tracer's on my side, you know, over here, like that, you know. Okay, let's go and try this out in the arcade. queues might be a little scuffed because the season just came out 5 minutes ago, so... I don't play tank, so I might not have a good time. Or I don't play DPS, so I might not have a good time, but you know. Yeah, her ult seems really weak if they know you're coming. It seems really weak. Okay, her ult seems kind of weak. It seems like you only have to... It seems like you don't use it head-on like Blade. You would use it... You would use it kind of like... It seems like you would mostly use it like around a corner or something, you know? Also, I cannot fucking aim. Okay. We're in an actual free-for-all game. This is the best I can do right now.
Now traveling.
Because Lord knows DPS queues are kind of cooked. Also, my internet is really terrible, so I might not have it. My internet is so shit, and it's probably because the season just came out too, so... Like this one that other season came out, so... Like, you won't really use it to get away, you know? You'll mostly just... Like, getting away wouldn't really work unless you're already on it. If you're using it while on the starter frames, you're just gonna die, because it's not that useful. But I don't think the other part would be useful. Oh, they have that timer, that's cool. Better timer. Okay. Well, I don't know. I want to try this out in an actual game. I want to try this out in a real game. DPS is cooked. Okay, let's try 6v6. Let's see if 6v6 will work.
Select a map.
Hello? Is my internet just... Am I gonna get disconnected? Is it just how bad this season is on launch? Well, I know it's not normally this bad, but... Bro.
Now arriving.
It works. Please. Yes. Fucker, no! Son of a bitch! You motherfucker! Okay, well... I mean, it's a 66, so basically it don't matter. Let's play... Okay, let's play a hero that Shion will probably have to match up against. Like D.Va.
I suppose we aren't so different.
One. Attack. Capture objective A.
This also could just be a stomp because no one knows how to play for it. I forgot I have way less DM. Did Dominant's shield get bigger? It's unfortunate that D.Va is kind of the meta check if you're actually going to be good. It's unfortunate that D.Va's like the stress test for any new heroes. Okay, they're good, but can they effectively get rid of D.Va? Or they can't? Well, why not? It's if D.Va's not there. We need to test out Shion. I don't know how this map works. To see the play test. Okay. Oh, okay. What may? Fuck that. See, this Shion's playing frontline. That's not really how she should be playing. She should probably be playing an off angle. She's kind of just stacking with her team. Like, they don't, other than the Reaper, they don't have any real deterrence. So, like, if I just, like, rush forward, like, who's gonna stop me? Well, I mean, the Mei should stop me, but I mean, Shion's face, what is she gonna do? She can't do anything. Like, I got in her face, she couldn't do shit. She could just run, and that's it. She can't actually fight me off like a Reaper. Doesn't have any tools to actually live. Like, if her team doesn't peel for her, she's kind of fucked. Like, look at that. Like, if someone gets in her face, she kind of can't do much. She has to play longer range. Also, this map is so cool. I think I like it. This might be one of my favorite hybrid maps so far, just because it's so open. It feels like a 2CP map, honestly. This is like a 2CP map or anything. Where's our spawn? Where's our spawn? Oh, our spawn's over there, okay. Yeah, like, if she goes in for an engage like that, she just dies. Because she doesn't have her bike to get out. And also, I just fed, but I'm a D.Va player, so I have to feed. It's like mandatory. I know this is 6v6 and these comps are kind of like goofy anyway. But you know, my point still stands. Shion went forward with her bike, she tried to go for an engage, she died as a result. Now, if she had just used her bike for damage, that wouldn't really be a problem. She probably would have gotten out if she just played the longer range. If she just played longer ranges, like a soldier, like how a soldier should play, like a longer range tracer, and just use her bike for damage, or to pressure out my backline, yeah, she probably would have lived that. I really do like this map. It feels like a 2CP map. The vibe is good. Oh shit. Okay. It seems sort of like Genji's blade and how sometimes you'll get like 50 kills. It just seems like a weaker blade. At least how you should use that old, like how you should use blade. Crazy damage. Doesn't really buff your actual health or damage reduction. Has a bit of hard time directly testing. Okay. So, like, she went in when they were all looking at her. She should have waited for some kind of second. Should have taken an alternate route. Also, where's the Reaper? What? They did nerf the fusion, or the shield perk for D.Va, but I do think that it will still be the better perk to take most of the time. Yeah, they came back better. Oh. Really just like one big free for all. Yeah, she really does feel like she just plays like Soldier, like a longer range Tracer, except she's a longer range Reaper. So, you know, but like if you, like, but just like Soldier, if you get in her face, she kind of can't do much. Like if you get in her face, There's not a lot you can do. There's not a lot she can do to stop you. See, look, like that's how she should be using her bike, purely as a tool for engages and to poke out the backline, not really to actually go there in person, because she just dies if she gets caught by a team, or she just dies in general. Tracer, Ana. See if I get the kill. Okay. Look, I'm in her face? What is she gonna do? She can't do anything. I'm in her face. She can't do anything. Like, see, look at that. Like, I was in her face. She couldn't really do much. So, my conclusions on Shion. In theory, she could be kind of good, just a better version of Soldier, or does Soldier's job. Longer range Tracer. She's a longer range Reaper. She's really weak up close, and her bike should be used solely for engages, solely to like go for an engage or to follow up, or to initiate a follow up, but not to actually go in herself. She shouldn't. Her bike is probably almost never going to be used to leave. I feel it's going to be good to go from point A to point B, but it's not going to be used when you're getting pressured, because the startup frames are too much and you're going to die. Her dash is probably only good for dueling select targets, not really for, again, leaving if a D.Va gets in her face. And she seems to have really good consistent damage output. She seems to have really good consistent damage output and pretty alright, or pretty decent burst damage. But, you know, if a D.Va or a Risa or a Matra gets in her face, if she doesn't have her bike, because she wasn't playing far enough away, if she wasn't watching where she was playing, if she used her bike, she's kinda dead. She's actually mega dead. I got in Shion's face after she used her bike. She couldn't do anything. I didn't have to use my missiles, and she still died. So, you know, yeah.